Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to an episode of World of Tanks over here. But before we get to it, head down below, like and subscribe, it just helps a lot. So let's get right over here. Today we are watching Rothery, I think is how you pronounce that name, playing in their E50 on the Muravanka map. And of course we have an encounter over here. The E50, of course, the tier 9 were one of a couple tier 9 German medium tanks, along with the Leopard PTA, the Kunzerpanzer, I'm pretty sure. There's probably a couple more as well. But this is the more heavily armoured one. It still has a good gun, but it's not as good as what the Leopard PTA has. And it's a little bit slower. It still goes quite fast. It doesn't have as much grunt in the engine as the Leopard does, but it can still get up to a healthy top speed, and of course combined with the armor it does make for quite a good tank to ram others in, even some heavy tanks, to be honest. This is a really good tank over here. Now Rothery over here at the start is going to a kind of interesting place, let's say, for the E50. Now he is versus some tier 8s and tier 7s. So personally, me, I would have probably gone over to the other flank to fight all of the lower tiered medium tanks and stuff like that. But Rothery over here has decided to take the western flank over here and defend the cap circle, which I guess is a smart idea, because most of his team have kind of gone to the eastern flank over here, and there's actually only a couple tanks. Some tier 7s, a tier 8 and the tier 9, the 50 TP has gone over here as well. But most of his teammates have gone to the eastern flank, and let's see how well they hold up over there with the enemies fighting them on that on that eastern flank. So 2 shots in already in the 703-2 over here. Is he going to be able to take him out over here? No, he isn't. It bounces off. Now, if he would have had maybe less hit points, then it would have probably been a better result in shooting high explosive at him. But he did have 190 hit points left, so it would have probably taken at least 2, maybe even 3 high explosive rounds to actually take him out over there. As Rothery tries to hit the AT-15 over there, but actually bounces off. And now he is firing APCR over here with the 105mm gun, I'm pretty sure, which does 390 damage. Doesn't go through. Tries to go for the TNHTZV51. It does go in on the lower plate over there. He has kind of been getting quite unlucky with his rolls over here, all low rolls for now. We're going to see if his luck changes in the meantime. Looking at the eastern flank, it's looking okay. It's not, they're not losing, but they're not winning yet. It could still go either way, as Rothery puts in a shot towards the AT-15, and there we go. That's the rolls you want. 411, really healthy roll over there. Tries to clutch a shot into the TNH over there. Doesn't go through. Goes into the kind of hill over there. Tries to look at the shot for the T43. Instead puts a shot into the Centurion 5-1, but really getting unlucky. That he had that one good roll against the AT-15, but 338. That's probably close to the mid-roll you can get on this tank. Of course, 25% of the damage, less and more, can either go both ways, as he goes up to try and get that VK who's going into the cap circle, but just about manages to miss him, just a bit too slow. Eastern flank not looking too good. They have kind of pulled back. They lost quite a lot of tanks over there. But they're still kind of fighting over there. We've got the Indian Panzer and the P43 Ter over there, as well, he just gets taken out. But they are slowly crumbling away on that eastern flank, slowly but surely getting cornered into about a quarter of a map, the southwestern part of the map. You know it's bad when you're getting cornered into 1/4 of the map over here, as he's Rothery over here is up to 2,200 damage. 0 kills yet, 400 spotting. Is he going to confirm the kill on the T43 over here? He blind fires, but it must have gone into his track or the T-43 must have pulled back behind that small building over there, as Rothery looks at the middle, probably assesses the situation over here, probably thinking that it's going to be quite hard, if maybe even impossible, to get back into this fight, into this battle. As it's looking right now, they're 3 kills to 11, 4,400 damage down. Might be even worse because he hasn't spotted some of the tanks over there on the eastern flank even, as the VK just goes out right in the middle, not really sure what he's doing, gets shot by Rothery, shot by the RT on their team, and is Rothery going to take him out over here? Goes up, kind of risky over here, to be honest. You never know what tanks could still be at the back over there, towards the northern part of the map and on the eastern part, just lurking, getting ready and waiting to take a shot at Rothery, who is still on 4 hit points. Now that must be a big boost to Rothery over here. He is still on 100% hit points as he goes up, tries to go take out the VK. That's what you need to do right now when you're in a one versus multiple, not one versus, but when you're outnumbered by tanks. You just need to take out their guns as quickly as possible, because even at VK, he has about around 2,000 DPM, maybe a bit less, but that is still enough to take out Rothery quite quickly. So each person he can take out is really good for him and his team's chance of taking down this battle, as he does take out the VK, but he takes a shot from the TNH and the Jagdpanther in the process, and as the 50 TP on Rothery's team is still on about 3/4 of his hit points over here, so it's looking quite good for him that they are still 4,000 hit points down and are still outnumbered by about 1 to 3 tanks maybe, or something like that. So it's still definitely not looking that good, but they are slowly but surely picking off the enemies over here. Rothery takes up the Centurion 5-1, confirming his 2nd kill over here, and that TNH must have just been focused on the 50 TP ahead of him, as he just doesn't notice Rothery coming down his right hand side of his tank, so he takes him out as Jagdpanther goes up, gets hit by the 50 TP, who then spots the AMX M4 49 Liberté, as Rothery comes up, tries to get that AT-15. He's definitely getting unlucky with this AT-15. He does have quite good armor, but I mean, the E-50 does have quite good penetration, as he does take out the Jagdpanther. That is what you need and what you want to do in these kind of situations, but that 50 TP has gotten himself in quite a bad situation. He has the AT-15 and the Super Hellcat ahead of him, and the AMX M4 behind him, who is on 4 hit points and has just bounced twice from Rothery. That tier 8 French heavy tank has some good armor, as Rothery misses the Super Hellcat over there, as the 50 TP on his team goes out, actually takes the shot for the Super Hellcat over there, and then gets taken out by the enemy artillery. Now this must be just absolutely dreadful for Rothery over here, as he does put in a really good shot against the M4, who I'm pretty sure hits the building over there. He must have maybe had some lag, maybe thought that he was a bit more forwards and that he was going to hit Rothery, but he actually doesn't, as the M4 actually gets shot by the enemy artillery, by Rothery's artillery over here, gets hit by the AT-15, hit by the M4 with some gold rounds. It takes him out, definitely did well by pulling behind the building over there so he doesn't get exposed to the AT-15 and the Super Hellcat. Takes up the Super Hellcat, who are still capping. The AT-15 makes his way forwards towards Rothery, as the STRV S1 takes out the M53-55 on Rothery's team, as the AT-15 makes a bad move over here. Now, not really much that tier 8 British tank destroyer can do. He's just so slow, as you can see. Rothery just running rings around him as he takes him out finally, and just in time, as the STRV S1 has just been spotted up just south of Rothery's position over here. What is he going to do right now? 5,500 hit damage 7 kills. Absolutely brilliant result. He's been, what, 1 versus 5, I'm pretty sure of here, maybe even more. He's pulling back. He doesn't want to get blind shot by the enemy artillery, as that is going to take about half of his remaining hit points, which he definitely needs if he wants to take up this S1 and the Samoa SM, who has been last spotted on that eastern flank. Strategy hits as he bounces off the S1, or just hits him at a weird angle. I'm pretty sure he actually hit the tracks over there, which have 40mm of armor, which is totally part of armor on that S1 that can actually bounce the E50, so quite unlucky over there. But then again, he has gotten quite lucky to get to this kind of situation within the game, because, well, he still has enough hit points to take at least 1 shell from the S1, as he puts in a good shot towards the side over there, but yet again a low roll, which means that if he low rolls again, he's going to have to put 2 more shots into the S1. Now the S1, really bad tank at this kind of stuff over there, fighting kind of behind buildings, as of course it's got that fixed gun, so it needs to move the whole tank, so Rothery can do stuff like this. But low rolls once again. He's been getting really lucky to get up to this point in the game, and really unlucky to get so many low rolls. Like, I'm pretty sure he's only gotten like 2, maybe 3 high rolls in this game so far. But he takes up the S1, and that only leaves 2 enemy tanks on the enemy team left. The FV 3805, of course the tier 9 British self-propelled gun, which has quite a decent gun, so definitely doesn't want to get hit by him. But probably after these changes, unless it's a penetrating AP round that's only going to probably take at most about 400 damage maybe, it's definitely not going to take him out if it hits the front. Probably even the back. He's probably safe even if it hits the back. Now we see on the minimap that the FV3805 actually shoots the last spotted position of the Samoa SM. So does that mean that the Samoa SM is AFK? I guess we are going to see. Maybe the Samoa SM thought that, well, he has so many allies left that they're definitely going to take out the E50M, the 50TP, and the artillery. But has that Samoa SM kind of, has he just gone AFK? Did he just think, oh, there's no point, I'm just going to go halfway across the map to shoot more tanks, I'm not going to get there in time, there's going to be no one left. The allies on Rothery's team are already congratulating him on a really good game, but Rothery says not over yet, and that is true, as he is within about 8 seconds of actually capping. So if he was to go into the cap 8 seconds later, would have just been on the hinges of actually being able to cap. But there is still that enemy artillery who could blind fire him, who could splash him, or he could just continue on firing on where the Samoa SM was last spotted. Is he there? I guess we're going to find out in the next minute and 30 seconds, as Rothery takes up a different spot over here behind the 50 TP. Now that's probably a worse spot to where he was before, as if I was the enemy artillery right now, I would probably be shooting behind the 50 TP over here, around the Super Hellcat where he was last spotted, that bush just to Rothery's left over there. I would kind of be shooting in those kind of places, and probably the first place I would be shooting is behind the 50 TP over here, as the enemy artillery actually comes in from the east. That's a weird place for the enemy artillery to be. Misses the first shot, hits in the second shot, yet again a low roll. The enemy artillery not really wanting to fire, so Rothery gets in a free shot towards the artillery who was on the move, so he's never gonna hit him there. So only the Samoa SM remaining. Is it over? Rothery thinks it is. He says over in the chat, but is it going to be enough? 30 seconds left, 20 seconds until he caps. Where is the Samoa SM? I honestly think that he has just given up. Maybe he's AFK. Maybe he just thought, well, the enemy, my team will definitely take this out, take this game down, or maybe he just lagged out. His computer maybe broke down or something. I really don't know. But Rothery caps out this team, this base, brilliant game. Let's look at the stats and see how much damage and kills he picked up this round. So here we see Roughly 8 picking up the Ace Tanker, the Colin Battles Medal, the Radley Walters, the Top Gun, and the Invader Medal. 7,078 damage, 9 kills, 1,746 base experience. Absolutely brilliant game for Roughly over here. After firing some gold rounds, not all I'm pretty sure, but he did use quite a lot of them up. He still earns 67,000 credits profit with a premium account. It still would have been 35 with a standard account, but for now, let's go. I hope you guys enjoyed this brilliant round. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye bye.